Hello, my name is James Clark, and I am here today, not singing today, but I'm here to hopefully give some advice. I want to talk today about the difference between a man and a guy. And after sharing a few moments with me here on this subject, you'll understand what you have and what you don't have. And I'll also help you understand why you don't have it, depending on who it is, if that makes sense to you, but it will in a minute here. Before we begin, click on the likes, subscribe to my channel, click on that little bell there, and whenever there's a new video upcoming that comes, that you can click on that bell and you'll be informed of a new video every time one comes. All right, let's begin. The difference between a man and a guy. Well, you definitely know what a guy is, because that's all 90% of women ever had in their life was a guy. There's a good chance if you're a woman, you probably never met a guy in your life. And you might have had one and didn't realize it and, messed up with it. You'll learn why in a minute. But a guy is what you've always had. It's not easy with a guy because they're not always there for you. They're not always there for your feelings, your thoughts, your emotions. They could be real strict, For instance, don't want you to go nowhere out with your friends or anything like that. You have all kind of problems with a guy. Insensitive to your feelings, your needs, your wants. In and out of the bedroom. When it comes to the bedroom, a guy, because is he going out of his way to please you? Is he putting your desires before his own? Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. There's many ways you could know what you got. You just gotta open your eyes and see. So with a guy, you have all kind of problems. There's many ways to know you got a guy. And one of the main ways is he doesn't acknowledge your feelings, your needs and your wants. It doesn't seem to matter to him. It's just his own, So that's a guy for you, Forgets you, comes in late, stays out with the boys, It's never about you with a guy, unless he needs you for something, whatever that may be. It's about him. He's a guy. He's going to do what he wants when he wants to do it, and you ain't got no say-so about it. That's a guy. A man, I'm not no expert or anything. I'm not a relationship coach or anything like that. I'm just a man with some experience, and with some common sense. I'm a man. Okay. So, being a man, I can tell you what a man is and what a man is not. Okay. So, a man, on the other hand, now keep in mind, most women all their life has never met a man before. There's a shortage of men out there. There's just a bunch of guys. Good-looking guys, ugly guys, fat guys, skinny guys, all shapes and sizes. You never have a problem finding a guy. They're a dime a dozen. You don't have that problem finding a guy. They're out there. You just got to pick the lesser of the guys, the lesser, you call it the lesser of the evils. But a man, on the other hand, let's talk about a man. A man wants, needs, feels the exact same thing a woman does. There's no question about it. You can go to a guy and you can say the meanest things you want to say. It ain't gonna faze him. He'll probably laugh at you. You know, he'll laugh and think it's funny to see you like that. Okay, that's funny to a guy. And you ain't hurting him. You can call him anything. He's okay with that. Because he knows he's going to be in the bedroom later when he's ready. Okay? But a man can't do that with a man, girl. Can't do it with a man. A man can hurt just like you do. A man will hurt. A man is sensitive. A man feels just like you do. Go to the garden and grab a flower. And you take this flower, this beautiful flower, and you go and take it to your guy. He'll look at that flower. Okay, yeah. It's great, it's great. But you take that exact same flower and you bring it to a man, and he's gonna look at it, oh honey, wow, that is beautiful. That's in your garden? Wow, it's lovely. A man's gonna see that flower just as beautiful as you do. A man is gonna see your heart just as beautiful as that flower. A guy ain't gonna see your heart. And if he does, what is he doing to it? You know, I don't have to say anything. You know. When a man makes love to you, he ain't thinking about himself. You know? He's thinking about you. You're beautiful, gorgeous. He loves you. He's gonna caress you. He's gonna love looking at you and seeing you respond to his caresses. He's gonna admire every aspect of what goes on in that room that night. He ain't thinking about himself. He's thinking about you. Because he ain't worried about himself. What he does to you is going to bring back a good return. Right? What's on his mind is pleasing you. And in return, he gets pleased. That's the way a man thinks. A guy, I don't have to tell you that. You know, right? Right? I don't have to tell you that. So, what do you do with your guy? You do the best you can. You fight, you argue, get what you can out of him when you can get it out of him, and you put up with whatever you get in return. And you try to make it work. You try to get him to see how you feel. He may sometimes. Most times he won't. You know, and you just get used to living this way with your guy. You get used to that routine. The main thing with your guy that's different with men, you fear him. He won't play games with you. He won't hold back his verbal or physical abuse. He'll put you in your place. So you respect him. I don't understand. I ain't, from experience, I never understood that. How you can respect this guy who clearly has no respect for you whatsoever. But you have the utmost respect for him because, and there's reasons why you do. You know? One reason is you're afraid of him. You know he'll knock some sense into your head because the guy's going to hit you. He don't care. You hurt his ego. Or you verbally mouth off to him. You know what your guy gonna do, right? Okay. So this is what you're used to. This is how you lived most of your life with every guy you ever had. Okay? So, one day, your relationship with your guy is over. And a man, you meet a man for the first time in your life. You meet a man, a caring, loving, understanding man. Wow. Wow. You're feeling things you never felt before. You cannot believe how wonderful this man is to you. He brings you flowers. He holds your hand. He does all these things that you claim you want. There's a reason why I say claim. See, when you was with your guy and you had all your fighting and arguing and everything, you always said to yourself, God, why can't I find somebody who loves me for me? You know how many times in my life I've heard a girl say that? I want a man who loves me, for who I am. I can't begin to tell you how many times I heard a woman say that. So what happens? Your relationship with your guy is over with. For the first time in your life, a man comes into the picture. A man who brings to you all the things you've been crying about all your life. A man to love me for me. You have one at last. But you ain't never had that before. It's different. So in the beginning, it's wonderful. You're getting everything you ever dreamed of in the beginning. But what happens on down the road? Your mouth might say something that hurts this man. See, you can't hurt a guy with your mouth. But your mouth, because this is what you're used to, okay? All your life you had guys. So your mouth is hard, this is what you're used to. But now you got a man. And here's your man sitting there. And there's your mouth on the side. So you say something to hurt this man. And this man comes to you with his heart and displays something you ain't never seen before. You said something that hurt me. And he explains to you what you said. And you begin scratching your head. All kind of things are going through your mind. Man, is he weak? What a pussy. Excuse my language. What a wimp. This is big time weakness that you see. See, you're not seeing what's really there. You're seeing big time weakness. You're not seeing that macho man who don't give a darn what you say. You're seeing a weak little nerd. That's what you're seeing. Okay? So, you disregard this man's feelings. You don't acknowledge them. Okay? Just like a woman, words. Remember how your guy cuts through your soul with words that he say to you, hurtful words. You remember that? Remember how it cuts through your soul and it just hurts you so bad? Well, you just did that to him. And it's okay. To you, it's okay. So why is it okay to you? I mean, it wasn't okay when your guy was doing this to you. But it's okay for you to do this to your man. I'll tell you why it's okay to you. Because, see, you don't see that man as a man. You see him as weak. See, a guy would knock you on your butt, verbally abuse you or whatever, maybe even worse. A man ain't gonna do that. A man ain't gonna put his hands on a woman. A man ain't gonna disrespect his woman. A man puts his woman on a pedestal the way God intended him to do. So you're looking at it like, I can say whatever I want. He ain't going nowhere. He loves me. He ain't going nowhere. I got him wrapped around my finger. I can do whatever I want. I can say whatever I want. He ain't going nowhere. He'll forgive me tomorrow. See, you already done forgot the blessings that you were given. You sat there and you whined all your life for a man to come into your life and love you for who you are, and then you got one and you're treating him like a guy. So, what happens after that? Well, the man tries to talk to you because that's what he does. He's trying to talk to you. And some men have more patience than others. That's a blessing. That's not a curse. That's not a weakness. That is a blessing that you don't understand. So the nicer this man is to you, the more you take advantage of his heart, his kindness, everything. The more you see him weak. So you don't understand that he is this way because he loves you. Not because he's weak. Because this is the way he treats a woman. He is not a guy. He's a man. And in his mind and his heart, you're his queen. You're supposed to stand by him. A guy needs love. He thinks he does. In all honesty, he really don't understand the concept of love. Okay? So to a guy, he needs love. As long as you say you love that guy, he's okay with that. He's okay with that. It's cool. My woman loves me. She tells me. Okay? A man needs respect. Respect. A man wants to know that his woman is beside him. A man wants to know that his woman compliments him. The same things that she wants, he wants. It's no different. If he's not feeling well or emotionally down, he wants a woman to be there. You know, I don't care how strong a man is. A man needs to lay his head on his woman's chest sometimes and her to comfort him and say, baby, it'll be all right. It's going to be all right, baby. We're in this together. That's what a man wants. A man wants to know, just like a woman, that he's loved every day. Every day. He wants to know it. He wants to feel it. Just like you do. Just like you whined to all these years with these guys. That's why he treats you so well, baby. He wants the same thing you do. I feel sorry for men in today's world. I feel sorry for them. I really do. Because, like I said, 90% of women never even met a man before. So when they meet one, they don't know what to do with him. He's just a weak man. He's just a weak guy to them. Somebody to push around. It's amazing what a woman will do if she don't fear. It's amazing how a woman can't be a woman if she doesn't fear her man. When you're with that guy, you fear him. So you ain't gonna do all that stuff to a guy. You ain't gonna mouth off. You ain't gonna swing at him. You ain't gonna attack his ego. You ain't gonna put him down. You ain't gonna do that with no guy. But you'll do it with a man because you don't fear him. He is submissive to your heart like you should be his. So because you don't fear him, you could do all that to him that you couldn't do with that guy. See, so you're playing a whole new game now. So what happens? Well, you don't have no respect for him. You ain't gonna hold no man with no respect. I don't give a hoot how strong he is. You're gonna lose him. If you don't respect a man, you will not hold on to him at all. You will, it depends on how much he can tolerate, on how long he can tolerate you. But I promise you, you will lose a man without respecting him. A real man is what God intended a real woman to have. A woman has her place, and her place is love. She's all about love. Her love holds the families together, companies together. That woman's love is badass, okay? A woman's love is needed. A man's respect, the more you respect your man and build your man up, the more that man will love you. Because to a man, respect is love. The more you respect him, the more he loves you unconditionally. A man, I'm sure even a guy will protect his woman. But the boundaries of that protection is different. Okay? I believe a guy, if you come into a certain circumstances and it's your life or his life, I believe a guy is going to leave you hanging. I don't believe a guy will risk his life for his girl. He might, but, you know, there's no doubt about it, a man will. A man will put his life before yours to protect you. So don't mistake his protection of you. It's what he does naturally. Don't mistake that for control. He's not trying to control you. He's trying to protect you. That's what a man does. Protects. I'm looking like that. You know why? Because when I do that, I'm thinking about my woman next to me. You know, that's where I want her next to. A man wants his woman next to him. Not in front of him, not behind him, but right next to him. Making him stronger than what he is, building him up, standing behind him no matter what. And if he's wrong, it's okay. Tell him he's wrong in private. Talk to him. Don't do that no matter where you're at. You're wrong. Belittling him in front of people. A man don't like that. A man don't like negative energy. Guys don't care because they don't feel nothing. So they're used to being all around that negative energy stuff, arguing in front of everybody and all that. They don't care. They don't have a heart. Their heart is not like that of a man. Men don't like that. Men do not like that. They don't like that negative energy. They don't like you putting their business out in the streets. They're private. It's about you and them and the world. You, him against the world. Not you and the world against him because he's soft. So, I'm saying this today because I want you girls out there that cry every day. I want somebody to love me for me. Why can't anybody love me for me? And then when you finally get somebody to love you for you, what do you do with it? I can give you some leniency, okay? And what I mean by that is, okay, my heart will go out to you a little bit because you never had a man before, okay? So, you don't know what to do. It's a live and learn thing, okay? I know you don't know what to do. I know you're used to being with a guy. That's all you ever had all your life. So I'm telling you this to wake you up. Because there's a lot of good men. Just, you know, my next session is going to be about women. Okay? So I'll be talking on your behalf too. But today it's about a good man. So I want you to understand the difference between a guy and man. Once you understand that, if you spent, imagine this, you're 55 years old, and it took you 55 years to meet a real man once. Do you think you got another 55 years to meet another one? That's why I'm telling you this. If you're 55 years and you meet a man once, Man, that's the blessing of your life. Take this information I gave you and learn how to stand by your man and build your man up. You know, there's an old saying, behind every great man there's a woman. You know why? Because that woman brings out the best in him. You go look back in history and you find all the greatest men that ever lived. Martin Luther King. You go look at all these great men, and I guarantee you there's a good woman that was behind them. Standing by their side, building them up every day to go out there and tackle the world for the both of them and everybody else. That's what a woman does with a real man. So, if you had a bad time, relationships with all these guys, and God put a real man in front of you, and you see that difference, wow, that first attraction, wow. Understand, you just got handed a gift. Use it properly. Stand by that man. It's time to wake up and grow up and become a woman for that man. And I guarantee you, the more you respect that man, the more that man will love you unconditionally in ways you never imagined you were loved before. Because that's what a man does. He loves hard. And he wants to love hard without fear. Because you don't understand, man. Good men, you know, there's an old saying, good guys, good men finish last. That's true. I'm sitting here before you today telling you that's true from experience. We finish last, always. Because you women get us and you don't know what to do with us. So you abuse us because you think we're just another guy. But I'll tell you what, when you lose a real man, don't expect another one to come crawling out of the blue sky for you again. Remember, it took you 55 years to have one. Don't expect another one. And there's something else to remember too. Someone else always appreciates what you took for granted. All you did was gave your man, your real man that God gave you to somebody else. And then you get to meet the friend that you don't want to meet, that comes in after you done screwed everything up, blew your chance. The chance is gone. You done ran your good man off, couldn't take it no more. And then you meet the guy of your life after that. I have a name for that guy. The one you meet after you throw your man away from neglect and abuse. You're just not realizing what you got. You know what his name is? Karma. Karma. Then you find yourself getting treated worse than you ever did by a guy. Then you look back and you remember what you had that you didn't respect. It's too late. It's too late. So anyway, I don't know how many likes I'll get on this. I'm just speaking the truth. I'm speaking from what I feel. I hope this helps those of you out there who get your hands on a real man. And I'm sure there's a lot of you who's going to look at this that already done did that. So you know what I'm talking about, because you were already there and lost. I'm open to questions. If you have any, just send them to my channel. If you have any topics you want to talk about, or you want advice on anything, I'm wide open for you. Post a comment on my channel. I'll be there. Thank you for listening. God bless you all.